Welcome out to FedEx Field, where we will be under the lights tonight. Scott Smith with you.
A bit of a step up from the Jaguars.
Hey, it's Caps legend Peter Bondra.
All right, a quick peek. All right, that's it. But there's some history here, Martha, back on November 16th.
This, of course, is Super Bowl Boulevard. They just drop in. Darryl Green joining us.
Press conferences have become theater, and conspiracy theories are swirling, all because this has a little bit more air than this.
Fox DC Sports Director Scott Smith joins us. Scott, this is unbelievable ruling, isn't it?
It's going to get messy. Chipping, putting, and video games.
That's exactly how it's
Had 11 penalties, 5 sacks, 4 turnovers, and 1 middle finger from Johnny Manziel. Yes, Oprah, looking great.
Oh, that fires me up right there.
I'm saying I would take it, but I can understand some of the backlash.
Welcome on out to Redskins Game Time alongside Doc Walker. I'm Scott Smith.
They share more than just DNA in common.
That's right. A closer look at the stat sheet shows nearly identical numbers all the way down.
Well, RG3 and I have more than our athletic ability in common. Hey.
JJ Watt. He's a beast.
He is a beast.
Did you have JJ Watt nightmares last night?
He looked good against the Redskins offensive line. I know that.
Beautiful day. Let's,
Oh, yes. Who do you think really has a chance to be a leading man type of character?
Based upon our research here at Fox 5, viewers love 2 things, celebrities and delicious pastries. I give you muffins with Morris.
What could you possibly have done that was more productive than watching the Redskins win? Anything.
You guys all need this.
But tonight becomes the first of his peers to win a Super Bowl championship.
Lay down the law, make sure people know that we won't stand for breaking common etiquette. Hey,
You guys wearing a burgundy jacket. You must be a Redskins fan.
Oh, I am indeed a Dallas Cowboys fan. Ironically.
Oh, wait, the Dallas Cowboys post office is down the street.
Oh, I gotta walk down there?
Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it.
I didn't think I could lift that.
Just look at these things, man. I mean,
Great amount. He's getting pop collar a little bit and going with the burgundy tie. What do you think?
Pop collar, I love it. I love it. You know, it's very, very elegant.
Who are you wearing tonight, sir?
I'm wearing Pierre Garçon.
The score is 4. Yellow score 3 points. Furthest out is 5 points. And then yellow.
Right?
No.
No. Are you as confused as I am? 5-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Can Arizona beat Kentucky? Can Arizona beat Kentucky?
No.
Okay, so Kentucky is on to the finals.
Have you ever had champagne squirted in your eyes?
I have not.
No? Neither one of you?
No.
Really? Okay. You still have hope.
I remember the 80s.
Is this the right one?
That's the right one.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that'll be $10.
WTTG Fox DC Sports Director Scott Smith joins us. Scott, nice to see you.
It's good to see you too, Greta. I'll tell you what, here in D.C., I'm sure, as you well know, the DuPont Circle area in the district was just completely packed. Thousands of fans out there today. He didn't back down from that at all. I mean, if there's ever a platform to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, that's not me. There's your opportunity before the new commissioner, and he didn't do that. And I commend the new commissioner, because here's a guy that's been on the job several months and laying down discipline on a owner that's been there several decades. And this is 2 pounds per square inch lighter. I mean, the difference is really negligible. I don't know if you can really tell.
Yeah.
You know, my hands can, it's not really much of a difference. Now, if a Indianapolis Colts player felt the difference on an interception, to me, that's extremely impressive. But there's some history here, Martha. Back on November 16th, when the Colts played the Patriots, there was complaints coming out of that game that they thought the Patriots were using underinflated balls. So my guess is they were probably on the lookout for it this time around.
Checker flag is up for the 4-time champion, Jeff Gordon.
The Gordon family dinner party, driver most likely to get the invite.
Well, probably Jimmy Johnson, because he's my neighbor. He lives around the corner
So
from me.
he would know that something was happening, and you have to. The driver least likely to get the invite.
Well, definitely Brad Keselowski.
We kind of wrapped around.
That was easy.
Let us
Well, guys,
dream.
first up, I just want to make sure I heard Gary correctly. It's going to snow in D.C. tomorrow. That's right.
Okay, don't rub it in.
Sorry to hear that, guys. Well, it rained a little bit ago, but that is
Oh,
now
no.
gone. So it's back to being perfect. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was going to make another hot joke, but excuse me. Can you turn the fan down just a little bit? Okay, let me. Already in the low 80s. breeze here in Glendale, Arizona, and it's only 8 a.m. local time. Should be 90s by kickoff. We do anticipate that retractable roof being closed for kickoff here at University of Phoenix Stadium, a place that pays honor to the memory of one of the great Cardinals, Pat Tillman, embronzed outside the stadium. Welcome into Week 6 for Redskins Game Time. I'm Scott Smith, and it really is gut check time for the Washington Redskins. Yes, it's been a short week. They've had to travel across the country. They're plagued with injuries, and they have a talented opponent today in the Arizona Cardinals, but they're going to have to overcome those excuses today, or else this season could very well be lost.
How important is it to you, first, to keep it at congressional, and if it doesn't work here, at least on an alternating basis, to keep it in the region?
Well, the whole idea is
you always think, okay, I gotta get a little healthy. I mean, so it has a little,
brown stuff.
Yeah,
it looks like it's healthy.
Right, it looks like it's healthy.
Do you drink the milk in the bowl?
I definitely do. There's no point in eating cereal if you never drink the milk at the end.
Exactly. Games 3 and 4, a packed house in the arena. You have the red towels flying. The crowd is chanting. You're in the front row wearing a Nene jersey. And you look around and you see the support and the sense of rally that is behind this team. Curious what's going through the mind of an owner at that point in time.
I was just so grateful to the fans.
And we followed each and every twist of the Griffin-Gruden dynamic this year. It was a relationship narrative that went from training camp bromance to an impending bitter breakup. But straight from the coach's mouth tonight, after this win, Jay Gruden called these final 2 weeks a great opportunity for Griffin to, quote, reestablish himself. Sounds like they're on again, folks. Today, MRI results reveal that there has been no fracture to the ankle and no surgery will be needed. In fact, Jay Gruden at the podium today saying that he has not ruled out a possible return to the field this season for Robert Griffin III, and placing him on the injured reserve this season has not been a consideration to this point.
There are some cool features that I want to point out, so let's pan off and kind of take a look here. Obviously, we have the ice itself, and this is all set, ready to go. You got the Winter Classic logo at mid-ice. They've used 20,000 gallons of water to make this thing, and I can attest it is in fantastic shape. And then we have several iconic DC landmarks. If you look around the ballpark, you see this stage here in the home plate area. Those steps are made to look just like the Lincoln Memorial steps. And then this is really cool. Check out center field. It is a replica of the Capitol building, and that's actually where players are going to make their entrance out onto the ice. They're going to go through that Capitol building, and then under the tarp that leads up to the Capitol, that is actually a frozen reflecting pool, and they're going to skate down that reflecting pool as they make their way to the ice.
Finally, something to celebrate. The Redskins return to FedEx Field, remembering what a win feels like, and the winning QB today, Colt McCoy, dusting off a few memories himself with his second-half performance. Welcome into Nissan Sports Extra. I'm Scott Smith. Week 7 Alumni Weekend and a day for snapping losing streaks. Let's take you out to FedEx Field and taking on the 2-win Titans this afternoon. Late second quarter, Kirk Cousins, who fumbled in the first quarter, back to pass, looking for Andre Roberts over the middle, but it's picked off by Wesley Woodyard. That would set up a Titans touchdown. Cousins' NFL-high 9th interception. He would be pulled at the half. In comes McCoy. Second play of the second half, McCoy's first pass attempt. Quick pass out to Pierre Garçon. Gets a little separation, and then he races up the far sideline. And he burns the safety in the process. He takes it 70 yards for the score, and the Redskins up 13-10. McCoy's first touchdown pass since December 2012. 43 seconds to go. Deficit cut to 1. 3rd and 2. McCoy looking for Deshaun Jackson. And we got a little pass interference here on Jason McCourty. Grabs Deshaun's arm. That's a 22-yard penalty. Ball at the Titans 7. In comes Kai Forbath, drilling the game winner with 3 seconds to go. He had 4 field goals today. Yes, a V for victory. They finally win it. 19-17 is your final. Here with Redskins insider Chris. When you guys are doing anything athletic or working out or whatever, does it, Laura? Does it help to play music that you like? I mean,
yes,
that
bumps me up.
Yeah, it actually
totally.
it fires you up.
I've heard it does too.
So you should give it a shot sometime, Tony. But yes, so this is kind of the principle at work here. The Nats, they've played better at home this year. Many reasons that's the case. Some comfort, routine, the crowd. But one you'd probably never even think about is the music being played inside the stadium before the game. The Nats Stadium crew is tinkering with a new way to give the home team the edge. Take a listen for yourself.
It's game day at Nationals Park, hours before first pitch.
and the Nats are already gaining an edge. Cunningly, inconspicuously gaining an edge. Philly slugger Ryan Howard is actually clueless to what's happening.
Good 80s mix. It's nice.
The effects of subliminal stimuli. See if you can tell the difference. Take a listen to Nats pregame batting practice.
It's funny how money changes situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation.
And now the Phillies. All right, one more time if you missed it. The good guys.
Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it.
The bad guys. Yes, this much is true. The Nats are pumping 80s soft rock and love ballads through the stadium during the other team's BP, producing looks of disgust, drowsiness. And look at this guy. He's actually singing along.
I don't know if, playing slower music affects guys during batting practice, but, anything to get an edge.
We're not the first people to do it, but the love ballads, I think, is a good bit.
But does the bit work? Take Cardinal shortstop Dean Hanna, for instance.
They're playing music out there. I mean, I don't know. We're just trying to stay focused and try to get ready for the game, I don't really notice it.
Exactly the point. Instead, his mind is taking in all your favorite hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and he doesn't even know it. If you heard, dust in the wind, during batting practice, do you think that would be enough to throw you off your game a little bit?
I don't even know what dust in the wind is.
Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time? No? I just want you to tell me what you feel, the emotions that kind of charge through your body.
That's perfect. Yeah. I mean, it brings you back to the glory days, I guess, of high school dances and slow dancing, I guess.
Oh, that fires me up right there. I'm ready, load the bases up in the bottom of the ninth, No, yeah, probably makes me want to take a nap more.
So is the data conclusive? Well, only time after time will tell.
Time after time.
So there you have it. I mean, you're going to have to get down to the ballpark early and see for yourself. But they're back in action tonight at 7 o'clock. So, maybe there's something to it.
I love it.
This is the Xfinity Sports Desk with Scott Smith.
Well, as you saw here on Fox 5, the U.S. women are moving on to the World Cup semifinals with a win over China tonight. A clean game, but that's not always the case. As we saw in the last game, sometimes the refs, they wield a little too much power, issuing a costly yellow card at their own discretion, and wouldn't you know, players, fans, they just tend to disagree with those kind of things. The refs are asked to call it like they see it, which can be a tough gig. As I found out in my own social experiment, as I laid down the law, the soccer law on the street.
Patrolling DuPont Circle. A lot of etiquette breakers out there, and they don't even know it. It's my job to lay down the law, make sure people know that we won't stand for breaking common etiquette. Hey! I have to give you a yellow card for questioning what we're doing out here. You a yellow card? Ma'am. The strap across the chest is unnecessary. Please, sir. I have to give you a yellow card. Is that Kale? Yellow card, jaywalking. You guys on your lunch break? You're just too tall. How long is your lunch break?
For what?
For reading while you're laying on your back.
Why is that bad?
It's just a warning. You get an hour for lunch, everybody, okay? So yellow is a warning. You don't know Stairway to Heaven? And a red is an ejection. Scary t-shirt. That's going to be a yellow card.
It's a red card.
There's no place for it. Just trying to...
Striped shirt.
But I do have a yellow card. I have to give you a yellow card. Yellow card. We're just looking too dapper. You're not allowed to question a referee.
You were from?
Fox 5. He does not like me. We have to give you a yellow card. You didn't go down far enough.
What's this?
Yellow card. And if you want to continue to question me, this yellow card's getting itchy.
That's red, not yellow.
I mean red. Yeah, there you go. Red card.
Are you part of the police department?
I'm going to have to give you a yellow. It's 85 degrees outside. You're wearing a full suit. Not using a proper kickstand. Texting and walking. Just one bow tie per day.
I was undeserving of both.
Well, that's what everybody with a red card says. Holes in the tips of your shoes, just consider it a warning. Consider this a warning. Where's your helmet? Everybody that has a guitar should know how to play Stairway to Heaven. Consider this a warning. It's not really subjective. Smoking and drinking water, it's an inherent contradiction. That's Mass. It's a warning. Connecticut, consider it a warning. That's New Hampshire. Consider this a warning. Consider this a warning. It's a warning as a reminder. Do you want a red card? It's a warning. Consider it a warning. Give you a warning. Consider it a warning. You keep talking like that, you're gonna get a red card. Is that Kale? But you're ejected from DuPont Circle. Get out of here. You're ejected. Even further, you're ejected.
I'm surprised nobody punched you. What was that for?
Talking about violence here on the newscast.
Yeah.
And Tony, you're sitting on a blanket. The people should know this.
Oh, you're gonna reveal
And it matches this.
You're gonna reveal
a red card.
You got a red card for revealing that. That is great.
We had mostly had fun. There were some people that just did not get what we were doing.
Who's the guy that was writing your information down? Who's going to report you, right?
I don't know, but we can't show his face. So he did not like that.
This is the Xfinity Sports Desk with Scott Smith.
He's one of the best hockey players on the planet, and she's a 10-year-old with all kinds of spunk. And the friendship between Alex Ovechkin and Ann Schaub is starting to pay big dividends for the American Special Hockey Association, which teaches the game of hockey as well as life skills to those with developmental disabilities. And today, we were fortunate enough to be on hand for a very special event. Though she's not quite old enough to start driving, 10-year-old Ann Schaub doesn't let it stop her from testing out this brand new car. She's certainly not old enough to start dating.
Bye, Dad.
And yet, that doesn't seem to stop her either.
I'm happy because he really loves me and he's my boyfriend.
That's right, ladies. Alex Ovechkin's off the market. The friendship between the outgoing 10-year-old and the 5-time All-Star blossomed when, at a hockey camp, she boldly asked Ovechkin out for sushi.
We should get ready for a date, okay?
And what do you know? He said yes, and a bond was formed.
Oh, your dream come true, you see?
Yep, it did. High five.
Yeah.
So along came the All-Star game, and Ovechkin thought of his young friend. Alex tried repeatedly to win a car over the All-Star break.
Just buy the car, Ovi.
Not saying why, but it never happened. Today, we got to see why.
And it's with great pleasure that we present this car to you. Finally.
Bill Page Honda donated this car to Ovechkin, and it'll be raffled off, and the money will go toward the American Special Hockey Association, of which Ann is a part.
I think any hockey player do something good for kids, for people who needs it.
He has taken our program to another level that, really we hadn't dreamed we would achieve in the near future. But with his star power, he has really launched our program.
So for Ovi, it's about the kids, and one in particular, one that has his hand and also has his heart. What is it that you like most about Alex?
Alex is my favorite boy I saw, and every time I think about him, I think about him and me together having sushi.
And if she asked you out for sushi again, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm open, right?
Yep, tonight.
Tonight.
Wow.
Tonight.
Today's Monday Morning Quarterback segment took me to Westfield Montgomery Mall to catch folks during the Christmas shopping frenzy.
After a loss like yesterday, you kind of want to grow that out as quickly as possible. Hat until it grows out. There is no starting over again, is there?
Watch the first half.
That's all you could bear?
Yeah.
Isn't it every next year we start over?
Bunch of inconsistency and not meshing together yet.
You really stick to the script, don't you? I just need to know what you think about the Redskins.
They suck.
They what?
I would say Colt McCoy is my quarterback.
It's not football. You talking about other stuff.
Can't coach effort.
The defensive line.
Definitely defense.
Definitely defense.
Maybe the offensive line.
Haslam's got to go.
His time is done. It's the coaching's fault.
It's the management. They're just thinking up the place.
I'm a season ticket holder. Got the stub.
And you paid?
It says 109.
Tickets were going for like under $10.
I'm going to be a Redskins fan the day I die, but you all are really testing my allegiance.
I mean, you have a tattoo on your head. You are the picture of dedication.
Picture of frustration.
Despicable.
It's disgusting.
When they're winning, I'm following every game. Now it's just a laugh.
They need to change the name.
The Indians put a snake bit the Redskins.
Well, I'll watch the first half next week.
Jay Gruden? If they lead at the first half, will you keep watching?
Then I'm in all the way.
We'll take it one half at a time.
I think I found just the person to solve the Redskins' problems here. I'm going to bring my wish list to Santa Claus.
Next in line, please.
Well, Santa, I've been a good boy this year. I actually have some requests from some of my friends down the road in Ashburn. Colt says he would like a pocket to pass from. Robert would like more playing time. Oh, so would Kirk for that matter. Jay's kind of got a lengthy list here. Offensive line, secondary, special team. Finally, London says he would like a new defensive coordinator. And as for me, just an 80-inch LED TV would be fine. All right, we'll get that in. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. You mind if I grab a candy cane? Or 5, 10, maybe?